Let's complete your player info.
Cool black card. Swipe that. Price tag.
Let's go. That looks just like me, for real. I'm not even kidding. That is crazy.
I'm simply the truth, and that's something you can't.
Guys, that, just take it for what it's worth. That looks just like, that does not look like me.
Let's choose yours.
That is crazy. I am so surprised. I think that's the one I gotta go with. Screw it. So I'm going with, yeah. Hey, we'll take it. That's what we're gonna be looking like. I like it.
First, let's choose
So
your player type. Guard, wing.
in real life, I was a 2. Could shoot it pretty well. Pretty good defender. Was not good at attacking though. That's the problem. But so the big restriction is 7'2". So if I was a guard, I wonder. I mean, I like to play point guard. I played point guard until about 10th grade. And just for the purpose of this, I think I'm gonna be a point guard. Yeah.
Now, let's define your style of play. This will determine the impact you have on the court.
Playmaker like John Wall, defender like Conley, slasher like Russ, point shooter. Do they really have caps again? Huh. Well, I do like to rack up assists. I just wonder. Okay, so being a point shooter still gets a lot of assists. So I'll be a point shooter, just for the purpose of making it a little fun. So,
Here will affect your player's physical capabilities.
alright, so the shorter you are, the more speed you can have.
So choose
I hope that's
wisely
initial
before you lock
speed. So it seems like about, so in real life I'm about 6'3". 6'1" seems to be like the perfect height. So if I'm about 6'2", that'll be good. So does raising the weight do anything? So I'm about 6'3", 200 in real life. So I'll be 6'3", I'll be 6'2", 200 here. That'll be good.
Like millions of other kids, you dreamed of one day being in the NBA. You wanted to be a star, and someday to rise above and become the greatest to ever play. You dreamed of being the one. But the road to stardom is never easy. There are obstacles, injuries, and disappointments. Adversity is universal. It can happen
Don't show
to
LeBron
anyone
cramping.
at any time. And one day, it happened to you. You went from being a guaranteed lottery pick to a kid who may never even play college ball again.
Here we go.
Now, look, it's always bad to hear about injuries, especially to college kids, of course.
Yeah.
But Stephen A. Smith, this one is particularly disheartening because we are 2 weeks into the season and one of the top NBA prospects in the country goes down potentially with a season-ending injury, a knee injury. That's a killer.
I couldn't agree more. When I heard he was carried off the floor today, all you can do is find yourself hoping that he'll make it back. That's the bottom line. But my heart goes out to him because I didn't expect this. This is a devastating injury. It's never good to have something like this happen to you.
The team doctor broke the news. Torn ACL, sprained MCL, and a torn meniscus. Surgery was scheduled, but your game will likely never be the same. At the 2016 NBA draft, your name is still mentioned. Not as a prospect.
Oh, Chris Dunn, you're a
but as
bust.
a cautionary tale.
Now, there's another huge story in this year's draft. A record number of underclassmen, 30 of them, undrafted. And I hope, anyway, that this is a lesson, this serves as an example to college players. I'm not talking about the ones who are genuinely one and dones, the guys you know are going to be lottery picks. I mean the rest of them. They're not sure shots. You're not sure they're going to be lottery picks. Don't just use the college system for a year thinking you're going to bounce. It doesn't work like that.
Please.
If you don't have the talent, it doesn't work. You got to be cultivated in the system.
Please. There you go again with your blanket generalizations. You know how you are, oh, Max. The woe is me. Oh, my Lord. I can't take it. I just can't take it. It's a case-by-case basis. You can't just blanketly decide this should not be one and dones or this should be one and dones. You got to go on a case-by-case basis. Some dudes deserve to be one and dones. Some people don't.
Yep.
It's on a case-by-case basis.
And that is my point. Thank you for making it for me. Every kid thinks they're the exception to the rule. And members of the media like, Stephen A. Smith, are encouraging these kids to come out early.
Look, Max, bottom line is this. You got to take this into consideration. You had two dudes. They were called the Height brothers. Now, you had Nick Howard. This kid had a lot of promise. What does he do? He goes to college. Very uneventful first year, no doubt. The second year, he was pretty good. Here's the problem. The NBA, it's not about
So
pretty
I'm
good.
guessing
You need
I'm
to
going to
great
be
on
the
collegiate
other
level, on the prep
Height
level,
brother.
in summer leagues and what have you, in order for you to get the stature that you deserve. That's the bottom line. You're pretty good ain't good enough to be that
That's my
stud
point.
NBA. How
That's
is it
exactly my
Let
point.
Let me finish. There's another example. I did say the Height brothers. I wasn't talking about one individual. I was talking about two. What happens? One and done in a different way. 1 year, one ACL injury later, and look where he's at now. His future is clearly uncertain. So you got to take advantage of that opportunity because you never know when an injury is going to cost you everything.
Stephen A., listen to yourself. Let's listen to yourself for a second. You give one argument for why a kid should come out early, a one-and-done situation. I can give you 30 arguments this morning alone why they should stay in school. And now you have to wonder what a kid like Nick Howard, who has given up his college eligibility, does next. What does he do next?
First of all, don't sweat the technique. The argument, or one argument, as long as it's strong enough, that's all that matters. That's number one. Number two, the Height brothers was something special. What they really, really need to do. I'm going to tell you what they need to do, Max. They need to get back to playing together. My sources are telling me the ACL injury has been completely healed. So go on a pro-am circuit. Go in summer leagues. Do what you got to do to get back on the court together to remind everybody of what you once were. Because once you pull that off, the sky's the limit. That's what they need to do. Get back to playing ball together, because when people see what you can do as one, the other arguments don't really matter. Like I said, don't sweat the technique.